Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a major video to get into because we have some crazy topics to go over. We have some Switch 2 updates, rumors, and leaks. And then also, I have a theory that GTA 6 is going to launch on the Switch 2. And if you would have asked me a few days ago, I would say impossible, but I think I have a lot of evidence for this. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. So before we get started, I just want to remind you guys I'm giving away a Switch 2 in July, an additional Switch 2 closer to the holidays, and every single Saturday for the entire year, I'm giving away multiple Nintendo eShop gift cards right here on my channel. And all you have to do is be a subscriber, be following my social medias, and make sure you like and comment on all the videos and just really show support to the community. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Before we get into this video, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. And follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep this community growing. Bang, 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 bang. Bang! And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into this. So this first Switch 2 update we're gonna go over is really like cool to me and kind of a major deal or a big deal, but at the same time, it might not seem like a big deal at all. I think it actually might point to future potential Switch 2 games. So that's a whole separate theory, but we can kind of personalize our Switch 2 double the amount we could on the Switch. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So the Switch 2 will have 258 default profile icons, nearly double that of the Switch 1, which had 147. And when you first hear that, you're like, is that really like that big of a deal? But it is to me. I change my profile icon like every 5 days for absolutely no reason. And this isn't even including like all the extra ones we'll get for Nintendo Online. We have a Super Mario Wonder one right there. Actually, I think all of these right here are Super Mario Wonder, which is really cool. We have Tears of the Kingdom, Link, and Zelda right here. Again, very cool. Dang, we even have Koroks. That's awesome. We have the Link's Awakening remake style Link. We have Skyward Sword, Zelda, and Link. Skyward Sword Zelda is my favorite Zelda. We have some new Pikmin ones. We even have Ochi right there, which is pretty cool. So the fact that they didn't take out ARMS, like I know they didn't add new ones, but the fact that they didn't take out ARMS makes me think we're getting an ARMS 2 game on the Switch 2. Because why continue to advertise this franchise if it's a dead franchise? So we have some Fire Emblem ones as well, but we have every single Pokemon starter ever, which is crazy to me, which makes me think eventually we will get all of the classic Pokemon games, at least the first generations, on Nintendo Online. And I like how they're in the actual styles of the games, which is really, really cool. So yeah, I actually always found that pretty strange that we never had Pokemon ones at all, which didn't make sense. But yeah, small update, but at the same time I feel like it's kind of a bigger deal. Now before we get into this GTA 6 theory, we have a very interesting Switch 2 update, and I think we kind of seen patents for this, but allegedly it's a real thing now. So this is coming from Nash Riedel. Nintendo is preparing a new controller whose main feature is that it is transformable. You can exchange the sticks, buttons, or even add a trackball. The concept is reminiscent of the PlayStation Access controller, but with expanded options and ergonomics. And if you remember, I want to say like right before the Switch 2 reveal in January. Yeah, like right before, I'm thinking, we got a patent for a Nintendo controller or some kind of Switch controller, right? And essentially it looked like two pieces of a controller that you could use in each hand, like Joy-Cons or maybe some kind of motion control thing, maybe some VR or something. And then you could put those two controllers together and make a regular controller, almost like they snapped in like Lego pieces or something. So maybe that patent had something to do with this. God, I hate this damn AI pitch right here. This is horrible. But regardless, I think it gets the point across. So yeah, I could see this happening. I could see this being a big deal. I could see Nintendo taking a lot of weird directions with mouse mode and regular Joy-Con stuff. And I think VR is going to come back because for the past year or two, I've seen so many VR patents. So again, it's just making the Switch 2 generation that much more exciting. Now, the whole reason I wanted to make this video. We just woke up to a new Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer a day or two after the game has been delayed till May, which is, it's whatever, you know what I mean? I'm very happy. I'm actually happy they're delaying it. I'm not happy it's being delayed, but I'm happy they're taking the time to make it perfect. I'm born and raised in Florida, and I can feel like my home, my whole well-being through the trailer. It's like, I've been in those swamps, I've been to those beaches, I've been in these neighborhoods. It just feels so damn real. So I'm very, very impressed with the trailer. I'm excited for the game. I've been excited for it. This new trailer So damn excited. Now, at the end of the trailer, they show the release date and they show the consoles the game is coming to. It's coming to PlayStation 5, but also Xbox Series X and S. S is the part where it's like, whoa, that makes me think it's possible to come to the Switch too, but that's wishful thinking. But I feel like I have some evidence that this could be a possibility. Number one, this entire trailer was captured on the PlayStation 5, not the PS5 Pro, not on PC, on the base PlayStation 5. And I'm not saying it like, man, the PS5, that's so weak. No, the PS5 is a very impressive console. But if this was what was captured on the PlayStation 5, with a little tweaking, don't you think that this game could run on the Switch 2? Especially with how Cyberpunk is looking and running on the Switch 2? But let me give you some real evidence. So I just want to read you this post right here. Let's look at this from all angles. Everyone considers mostly graphics as a limitation, and that's because it's the main visual cue as to what's happening. And this is the main reason people think this cannot run on the Switch 2, and myself was included in that. GPU bottlenecks are easy to overcome. Just dial down the graphics. And that's what they're doing with Cyberpunk. So if the Switch 2 can run Cyberpunk 2077, then it won't need dialing down by a lot. I think the main issues are likely actually CPU and RAM, and the PS4 had these issues with Cyberpunk. Open world maps with hundreds of characters on one screen all running is more CPU and RAM bottleneck than GPU. The Switch 2 has a more powerful CPU compared to Jaguar and has 2 GB extra RAM, all pretty much guaranteed as those leaks seem to be legit. From those standpoints, Switch 2 running GTA 6 really isn't that all of a wild claim. It certainly will have a lower fidelity than PS5 and will likely be in the Series S zone, but the reality is, if developers wanted to, they could do it. And we know the Switch 2 is going to be a massive damn market. By the time GTA 6 is coming out in May of next year, there's probably like 20 million Switch 2s sold by that point. So why would Rockstar be like, there's 20 million copies of this game we could sell over there. All we gotta do is do some work and we can make it happen. Why the hell would they not do that? Now again, Cyberpunk, even though it's on the PS5 and it's going to be on the Switch 2 and it's on Xbox, it technically is a last generation game, albeit it didn't work great on those generations. But what real PS5 quality games are we going to have on the Switch 2? Because again, Elden Ring, even though it's on the PS5, it's technically a PS4 generation game. So if we had a PS5 game, like a newer game that's coming out day one on the PS5, is this also going to run on the Switch 2? And if it can, I think that makes my point that GTA 6 could also run on the Switch 2. Well, we have some evidence of that happening, and I think that just makes my whole point valid. The Final Fantasy VII Remake creator's voice, which happened today, I believe the video, implies the entire remake series is coming to the Switch 2. And basically what they said is, not only is this game coming, we want the entire trilogy to come to the Switch 2, and it is coming to the Switch 2. You don't think the third entry in the Final Fantasy VII Remake games is going to be taxing and beautiful and take a lot of power to run it, and it's not going to run on the PS4? If it's running on the PS5, but also running on the Switch 2, I think that proves my point exactly. If that's running on the Switch 2, well, with a little work, GTA 6 is going to run on the Switch 2. If you would have asked me 1 week ago, can GTA 6 be on the Switch 2? 100% I said no. If we're lucky, GTA 5 is coming. I think that's what's going to happen. I think later this year, sometime, they will port GTA 5 over to the Switch 2, and then they will build off that, the port of GTA 6. They'll say, okay, this is how this runs on the Switch 2, this is what we had to do to tweak it, this is our low areas, this is our strong areas, and then they'll take that information and then start working on a Switch 2 port of GTA 6. Will it happen day one? Probably not, but I think by holidays 2026 at the latest, we will see Grand Theft Auto 6 on the Nintendo Switch 2, and that is freaking crazy, man. I wish I had that little gavel that the judges have. Bang! Case closed. That's the facts, that's the evidence. I've proved my point. Now, all of this could be wrong, and there's a good chance that might happen. But regardless, I think I got my point across. So, in the comments below, let me know what you guys think about this. If you made it to this part of the video, hit a like and subscribe. Follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep these communities growing. And the Switch 2 generation, man, we are less than a month away. So I would hope you would be here for it because I have some really cool ideas. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.